Hello, this is the last part of the Azure Stack. We talk about the integration. We covered this in the previous slides. And this time we talk about like data centers and monitoring switches. We're going to cover all the layers in more details. And hopefully that will help you to understand how the single unit and multi-unit will look like using the border devices, single unit, like in this scenario, BMC switches, servers behind, the power, the integration itself, and then how that will look like in the Azure Stack for backup and disaster recovery. We have the infrastructure as a stack, external file shares. You got the paths, you got the tenancy, and you got your AZ command, blob storage, Azure recovery, replication, Azure backup we will utilize. And what is on the roadmap, for the deployment, like, and like this life cycle, and then these are improvements, and then we move on to the choice, either app service package or infrastructure package, and how that basically will be utilized, like app service, Azure storage, base virtual machine, and the last one is SQL. How we can use an existing license like Windows Server, SQL Server, to minimize the cost. You can use existing license, pay as you utilize, alternate to Windows Server, and you can use the hybrid, and you can comply with all the product requirements for the EA enterprise agreement. The integration support will be consists across both, and we've covered that one previously around how you can, approach Microsoft and the vendor about the hardware and how that will look like for us. So the implementation, it will be implementation operation manager, OMS, plus a system center, and then the cloud application platform, and then Azure consistent private and hosted cloud, something like the one we are presenting from 1 to 3. Yeah. Then we move on next to the automation part. What is next? Like hybrid runbooks, PowerShell, DC, DSC, Linux support, gallery improvement, and orchestration, and that will basically lead to, like, the life cycle improvement around the integration itself. And then we got the integration, like you can see, the ITSM, and the zero stack software, the monitoring, like you can see, BMC, SNMP for network devices and REST. This is enabled for the adaptation. And if I wanted to dive into one of these in more details, so I go move to the monitoring side of it, like I can utilize the Azure Stack software, physical server, network devices, tenant subscription control, health and monitorings, system center operation manager, operation management suite, and other tools and hardware. So the entire life cycle and the life management, something like this will look like for us: monitoring, alert remediation, updating, backup, and capacity management. That's all what I had for you for now, and let's we catch up on the next session. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.